No, we're going higher now.
Yeah, now falsetto or whatever, soprano.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
That is like...
Yeah,
it's not good.
No.
Ready? Okay. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Sound like a Mickey Mouse character.
It's like mental torture.
It's not good.
No.
Thank
Thank you.
But anyway, I'm enjoying singing more, and it's fun. And I
For
don't
you.
think you have to be good at it to enjoy it.
I just like following along. I think I'm like, like that.
Whatever song.
Whatever song.
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
Whatever song I'm feeling.
Yeah, you like singing along with the songs?
Yeah, but I don't like sing.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of like getting this.
Just kind of like head bop it. Yeah,
a
you
little
like
bit.
win it. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'll sing in the shower. It's fun. It's like fun to play with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Love a good song, those songs. They're cool, man.
they are cool. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. You want to dive into chunk one?
Let's do it, dude.
All right, you're up.
Chunk 1, Lore Galore,
Mm.
where we explore fascinating universes.
Yep. We deep dive into the most epic fictional universes. Just so you guys know, and I'll say this, in Lore Galore, there will be spoilers.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, you're going first.
Yep.
Okay.
So I was thinking to myself, who were the first Jedi?
Ooh, like the origin of the Jedi?
The Jedi Order. The Jedi.
Oh my gosh, how far back does that go?
25,000 years.
25,000 years.
BBY, before the Battle of Yavin.
Holy moly.
Many moons ago.
Holy moly. Yeah, the first people to like get in touch with the Force.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, in Star Wars lore, the origins of the Jedi Order are shrouded in mystery, with several stories and mythology surrounding their creation.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Number 1, the origins of the Jedi. The Prime Jedi, known as the First Jedi.
Okay.
Okay. The first Jedi in Star Wars lore is believed to be the Prime Jedi, a figure who appeared during the early days of the Force. According to Star Wars, The Last Jedi novelization, and various ancient texts, the Prime Jedi was the founder of the Jedi Order. The Prime Jedi existed long before the establishment of the modern Jedi Order, at a time when the Force was understood by a much smaller group of individuals.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, just like they always say Force sensitive, right? Like
Mhm.
Force sensitive. This is just the first guy to like figure it out.
Tap into it a little
Kind
bit.
of like the Buddha.
Yeah,
like,
kind of. Like,
just the first guy to start seeing the world in
Mhm.
a much like just recognize that there's different stuff going on.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so if you actually look into The Last Jedi, when they're talking about it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you see on the ground there's like a symbol of like the Prime Jedi.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
symbol?
It's here, I'll pull it up for you. He's like half and half
Yeah, and he's like in a meditative posture
Yeah.
kind of thing.
in perfect balance.
Yeah, that's super yin yang.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the whole, just real quick,
Sure.
that's the whole principle and concept of yin yang. If you
Yeah.
see the yin yang symbol, is that like light and dark actually need each other to exist, and that in everything that's dark, there is light exists within dark, and dark exists within light.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the whole concept that things aren't absolute, that they're constantly changing.
Yeah.
And so, it's this idea that, right, if you didn't have darkness, you wouldn't know what light was.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have light, you wouldn't know what darkness was. And so it's like, if you didn't have high, you wouldn't know what low is.
Mhm.
If you didn't have sad,
You would know what happened.
you wouldn't know what happiness is.
So that's who they believe it is.
Okay, so what do we know about this guy? Do we know his name? Do we know what do we know about him?
So the Prime Jedi symbol, which appears in the center of the Jedi Temple on Ahch-To, which was the island that Luke was on in The Last Jedi.
Oh,
Yeah. So I will say this, not that I was a huge fan of the post trilogy, but
Yeah.
there were some interesting insights if you want to go back to the origins that
Okay.
were explained a little bit and described.
okay.
So, like,
So
you
Luke
know-
was on the same island as this guy?
no. The symbol just appears there.
Oh, it appears there. Okay.
And
so
as we
Luke
talked
went
about,
there.
it
Got
represents the balance between the light and dark sides of the Force,
Gotcha.
suggesting that the earliest Jedi understood the importance of maintaining an equilibrium in the Force.
Whoa, I like that.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
rather than going to one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Jedi is considered to be an individual who attained a deep understanding of the Force, its harmony, and its potential for both creation and destruction.
I love Star Wars so much because it's so well thought out, and it's applicable literally to my life. Like, dude, ever since we did the Qui-Gon one on session number 15, where we dive into the origins of Qui-Gon, I've literally taken that in my life of just like connecting with the living Force and all. Like, I've literally actually applied that. So like this kind of stuff too, I think it's so fascinating.
Yeah. So as far as we know, the only known name, and it's just kind of like in legend lore, is that his name was Aksel, Aksel, and he was just kind of like this being.
Yeah.
That he was kind of like the first one. There's not much known about him. But apparently Disney is working on a origin story of the Force and Jedi and all that. So we'll see if they deep dive into that.
We're hoping that they do it well. That's all we're hoping.
So yeah, the Prime Jedi's teachings emphasized balance, meditation, and understanding the Force not as something to be wielded, but as something to live in harmony with. Their understanding of the Force was seen as far more philosophical and mystical than the later Jedi's practical focus on the light side. Now, when we're talking about the dawn of the Jedi, they were originally called the Jedi, J-E, D-A-I-I order. Okay? Now, their backstory is pretty interesting. The Jedi lived on the planet Tython, where they were guided by their understanding of the Force. So Tython was an extremely Force-sensitive, like, planet.
Okay.
Because some planets are much more cohesive with the Force versus other ones. Like, they're very, like, the Force, like, lives very heavily on this planet versus other planets.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense. Like, if certain people can be more Force-sensitive, certain planets can be more Force-sensitive.
That was, like, the whole thing is that the Sith actually on Coruscant in ancient times, they established, like, a Sith thing there, and that's why the Jedi couldn't sense Palpatine. Because it, like, masked.
Oh, that's a good... Yeah, because you always wonder, like, how did they not know that he was, like, a Sith Lord?
How do you not feel that?
Yeah. But the planet was masking it. Ooh, okay.
The Jedi lived on Tython during the dawn of the Jedi era, around 36,000 BBY. So I'm sorry, I thought it was 25,000. It's more like 30.
Holy moly. Okay. Long time ago.
They practiced a form of the Force that was not yet divided into the light and dark sides. Instead, they sought balance between two opposing forces, Ashla, the light side, and Bogan, the dark side, which Ashla and Bogan were the two moons on Tython. Ashla represented the light side. Bogan represented the dark side.
Okay, cool.
So when they were in balance, they worked really well around the planet, and just like how it would pull the energies planet around the Force of the energy and stuff.
Yeah, well, and again, I just keep, when I look at the Jedi, like, to me, they're like there's a lot of parallels to like martial arts masters.
Yes.
And if you see that, like, martial arts masters, ancient China, or, you know, even Japan, it was about paying attention to the natural forces of nature and then blending and becoming one with them and being in harmony. So that pattern is consistent with, they have these two moons and the moons work together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the Jedi would train their members to achieve harmony with both sides of the Force, understanding that extremes in either direction could lead to corruption and instability.
Yeah. Do we see that in modern? I mean, I think we obviously see that with the Sith, like, of course, where they're, you know, the dark side. But I think, like, on the light side, I'm just curious about that.
I don't think they went to two extremes. I think they started getting into it when they started getting into politics and doing this and that, because it became about, like, even though we're going to use it for good, it became about, like, control. Like, they were the ultimate authority.
Yeah. Right. And it's like
the Jedi Council was like the ultimate authority.
Right. And like using their power
for good.
But also, like, they weren't, you know, being the ultimate authority. I don't think that was ever the purpose of the Jedi. Right, to be like the sayers of what's right and what's wrong.
And yeah, and even though they did use it for good and they fought to keep people safe and everything, like, it's still, like, some would argue it's not up to you.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
That is cool. Okay.
So the Jedi believed in maintaining equilibrium with each member choosing to practice one side of the Force while being trained to understand and respect the other side. This early philosophy was deeply rooted in the idea that the Force itself must be in balance and that neither side should dominate. The downfall of the Jedi Order came when they began to realize that the imbalance between Ashla and Bogan was too great, which ultimately led to the split between the light and dark sides and the creation of the Jedi Order as a more structured, light side focused organization.
So the imbalance was too strong. So they were trying to kind of find that balance, but it just
didn't work.
Naturally shifted away.
Which, like, some could argue be the will of the Force at one point, but we don't know.
We don't know that.
No. So, the first Jedi Council and the Jedi Order.
Okay.
So, the modern Jedi Order, as it became known, formed after the fall of the Jedi and the philosophical evolution of the Force. The first Jedi Order was established on Coruscant around 25,000 BBY, so like 10,000 years after that.
Yeah, so that's why it's like soaked in Force energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to think like 10,000 years later, that's when the first, like, all right, the Order is going to establish its reign or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like,
its authority.
Yeah. By Jedi who had broken away from the Jedi's teachings. So they're like, we're going to go do our own
factions. Thing. Yeah. They're like, yep, we're out of here. We're going to do our own thing. That happens
like
so much in civilization.
And martial arts and everything.
Yep,
Dude.
people
We're going to break away and do our own thing.
They form a faction. They'd say, we're out of here.
Yep. So this new Jedi Order adhered to the light side of the Force and worked to bring peace and order to the galaxy through discipline, self-control, and protection of life. They abandoned the practice of using both Ashla and Bogan, choosing to focus on solely the light side of the Force. So essentially what it did was it emphasized its selflessness, compassion, and the duty of the Jedi to serve others rather than seeking power or dominance. It also introduced the rule of no attachment, as emotional attachment was considered to be a path toward the dark side.
Very monkish.
So the formation of the Jedi Council followed shortly thereafter, with the Council serving as the governing body of the Order. The Jedi Council was tasked with making critical decisions for the Order and the galaxy, including deciding when and where the Jedi would intervene.
Just making all the decisions, dude.
Straight up, dude. The Jedi Code. There is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. There is no passion, there is serenity. There is no chaos, there is harmony. There is no death, there is the Force.
I think that's interesting because when you look at it from the surface level, you're like, oh, okay, they're focusing on the light side, like harmony, serenity. Like, I like that. I get that. But then it's also like, I think saying that there is no this thing doesn't really make sense.
Doesn't make sense with how it started.
Right. And at the end of the day, like, you do have emotion. You do have passion. You do have death. It's just choosing how you want to move forward, which is interesting because they say like only a Sith deals in absolutes, but those feel kind of like absolutes.
In the other way.
Right. Where it's like those feel like the light side absolutes of like, oh, there's no passion. It's not there. And it's like, maybe they're saying you pick one, but I don't know, that language is interesting.
So, the first Jedi Masters.
Ooh, who are they?
The first Jedi Masters were the individuals who helped lay the foundation for the Jedi Order. Their names are mostly lost to history, but some significant early figures include Nomi Sunrider, a legendary Jedi Knight, and Thawne, an ancient Jedi Master, both of whom contributed to shaping early Jedi philosophy and training methods. And Tara Sunubi, one of the first Jedi Masters to teach the importance of patience and self-discipline.
Sunrider.
Yeah, dude. I like that name.
I like it too.
Okay. Key concepts and practices of the first Jedi.
Okay. I like it, dude.
One is meditation.
Yeah.
Meditation was central to the Jedi's understanding of the Force. The first Jedi would meditate to connect with the Force and develop their abilities in a balanced way. Their deep introspection allowed them to become more attuned to the will of the Force.
Yeah. I mean, meditation is awesome.
Number 2 is lightsaber combat.
Yep.
The first Jedi wielded lightsabers, an iconic weapon that became synonymous with their order. Early Jedi crafted their lightsabers from kyber crystals, which were attuned to the Force. These crystals amplified their connection to the Force, making the lightsaber a symbol of power, of both their power and their responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one heck of a weapon.
And then the last one is Force healing.
Oh.
Which is kind of controversial and everything, because it's like, well, a guy got his arm chopped off, why don't you just heal it? Like,
Okay.
like, so there's little things about that of
Yeah.
so-and-so got stabbed, why don't you just heal him?
I don't know anything about Force healing. What is that?
So it's some of the earliest Jedi were able to practice healing through the Force, a technique that would be later taught to more advanced Jedi in the Order. Force healing was a symbol of their commitment to life and peace. So I think it was like only certain people could really master it and do it. But that was like the early practice of like, we're going to teach this to everybody. But I think as time went on, it just kind of became
Yeah, certain people more attuned to like being healers versus
warriors or whatever you want to call it. Like
we even see that in like the military and stuff. Like sometimes people
medics.
get drafted. Some people are medics and some people are soldiers.
Yeah.
Just like more of like your personality, your affinity, your natural talents. All those things play a factor.
Okay. Then finally, the evolution of the Jedi.
Yeah. Bring us to modern day.
Here we go, dude. Up to the prequel trilogy.
Okay.
Over time, the Jedi Order became more structured and less focused on balance. By the time of the prequel trilogy, episodes 1 through 3, the Jedi Order had become a military and political entity.
See, that's where they... man. That's a difference. That's a different thing, man.
Yep. Concerned with maintaining peace in the galaxy through intervention and warfare, particularly during the Clone Wars. This shift away from the early teachings of balance and humility led to some of the crises that would ultimately lead to the Order's downfall and Emperor Palpatine's rise to power.
See, and you think like, it's like, oh, we're going to maintain peace through war. And it's like, that's just already counterintuitive.
Yeah.
You know, just even saying that out loud. Yeah, when they became militaristic and political, total shift.
Yeah.
But it feels like a natural evolution, you know, as far as like, they went from this disorganized group of just force sensitive people focusing on light and dark. Then they kind of, obviously the natural human progression of factions, right? Where people got together and they're like, actually, we don't really agree with this entirely. We're going to split off and do our own thing. That already kind of creates some form of organization. Then they start finding their own ways of training and they develop their own code of conduct and how they're going to go about it. So there's more structure there.
Yeah.
And then you know, they develop like the actual order, which is saying, okay, this is who we are, this is what we do, and this is how we conduct ourselves. You know, they kind of have that specific organization now crafted. I mean, the next logical step in that progression is to say, okay, now we're going to have like a governing body where we are still taking our principles, but we're increasing our power and influence
into a society.
In the galaxy. So it's a natural progression, but it's just like, how far away from the origins did they really get? And you see, not everybody. You know, obviously we had Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda, and but it's just interesting to see that
truthfully, the most interesting character to me with all this is Mace Windu.
Why?
Because Mace Windu practiced lightsaber form 7, which was called, it was actually like his own. And he was like one of the only few people to use it. And it was called Vaapad. Vaapad. And what was interesting about that is because you know how he had a purple lightsaber?
Yeah.
Blue and red. Okay, so what he was able to do was he was able to essentially like embrace the dark side and use it against the dark side wielder.
Oh.
In his lightsaber form and the way his style was. So that's why Mace Windu was always an interesting one to me, because people will always forget that like he did beat Palpatine hand to hand.
Yeah.
Like fair and square.
He did.
So like, as far as we know, he was kind of like the only one to do that, to embrace the dark side, to then use it and like fight fire with fire.
Yeah, that's cool. I never knew that about Mace Windu.
Yeah.
I never knew where the Jedi came from.
Yeah. So in conclusion, the Jedi were the first to study the Force, but it was the Jedi, following their early teachings and breaking away from their dualistic philosophy, who became the prominent peacekeepers of the galaxy. Over time, their teachings and practices evolved, shaping the Jedi Order as we know it in the Star Wars saga.
Yeah, that's sick. I think that's cool. Like, you know, and that's what this whole chunk is about. Is like the lore, like the origins of things. How do these things come about? Because these are such epic stories. And like I said, I love Star Wars. I've always loved the Jedi because I'm fascinated with martial arts and with connecting with, you know, the greater oneness of everything.
Yeah. That's it for my side of Lore Galore.
Okay, cool. My turn? Sweet, dude.
Your turn, baby.
So I was wondering, in Harry Potter, how does the wand choose the wizard?
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It does just choose the wizard.
Yeah, that's a very classic thing in Harry Potter. Ollivander, the main wand-making guy, he's like, you know, the wand chooses the wizard.
But he makes the wands, so that's so interesting.
Right. So I deep dived into how the wands are made, like all that kind of stuff. I did deep dive into like the rules of wands, how they pick wizards, all that. Okay. So the primary principle is that ownership of wands is governed by subtle laws, and these laws aren't fully understood even by those well-versed in wand lore like Ollivander
Yeah.
and Grigorovich.
Yeah, even the guys who make it, and this
Yeah.
is their thing.
Yeah.
They're like, I only know a little bit of
Yeah,
it. Like,
I don't know everything there is to know. I just know the basics, right? I know this stuff. I know enough to help people get, wizards
Their
get
wand.
wands, wizards and witches get wands. Okay, I'm going to be using the word wizard. This also applies to witches.
Okay.
So, the 4 rules of wands. Number 1, the wand chooses the wizard. It's not the other way around.
Okay.
That's rule number 1. Wands are unthinking objects, but they do have a sense of loyalty to their rightful owners, as well as the ability to judge the person holding them to see if they are a compatible match.
So is there like in Harry Potter, like Star Wars has the Force, the will of the Force, the will. Is there like a will of anything that controls the magic?
Not
and the
that I'm
balance?
aware of.
Okay.
I think it's just magic. Just like magic exists, and I think obviously if you see the story of Harry Potter, like there's this kind of cosmic thing between like Tom Riddle and Harry and like all that kind of stuff. But
what is that thing that pulls them together?
I think destiny would be probably the best way to put it. But it's not like Star Wars where it's like the Force. There's like an identifiable energy or entity that's controlling or kind of integrated. It's just magic.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if the wand works for the wizard, it is said to have given them its allegiance. So we see this in the first Harry Potter book and movie, The Sorcerer's Stone, when Harry tries dozens of wands before finding the one that is made for him.
Yeah.
In the movie, Ollivander's like, give it a flick. And he flicks it and like it doesn't work well. Like it destroys something, shoots him back or something, right? And then when it actually works, it like glows and lights up, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, that's yours. That's the one that works, right? It's pretty clear. Okay, so that's rule number 1: the wand chooses the wizard, not the other way around. Rule number 2: the connection made between the wand and wizard is complex and grows with experience. As the wand learns from the wizard and the wizard learns from the wand.
Ah, so it's a relationship.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Okay.
Yes. Some examples of this are like if the wizard becomes emotional, the wand will react differently. Or some wizards specifically train certain spells that align with their wand's core.
Ah, okay.
We're going to get into the wand's cores.
All right. Yeah.
So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3. A wizard can command any wand.
Okay.
But the magic might backfire, and it works best when the wizard has mastered that wand. Okay. We see this when Harry starts using Draco Malfoy's wand after his breaks in the Deathly Hallows.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, his wand breaks after he gets attacked by Nagini.
Yeah.
And then he starts using Draco's wand.
Is that Deathly Hallows Part 2?
I think it's Part 1.
Okay.
It's 1 or 2.
Okay.
But a wizard can command another wand. But again, the magic might backfire or it may not work properly if the wand has not given you its allegiance.
Okay.
That's rule number 3. Rule number 4. Wands can be attained in one of 3 ways. The first way is undergoing a selection process to purchase a newly created wand, which is the most common. Second one is winning a wand from someone else. Okay, an example is when Snape took the Elder Wand from Dumbledore.
Because he beat him.
And you just have to disarm somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to kill them.
It's just a battle of a duel.
Yeah. If you win the duel, you get the wand.
Okay.
Or inheriting one from a family member.
Okay.
Which was what Ron did. His first wand was inherited from his brother Charlie.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So those 3 ways. Now, kind of how the wands are made, there's 3 main cores. There's a bunch of cores, but there's 3 main ones that go into every wand. Each of these materials has unique properties. The first one is unicorn hair. Unicorn hair generally produces the most consistent magic and is the least subject to fluctuations and blockages.
Okay.
It's the most difficult to turn to the dark arts and most faithful of all the wands.
Okay.
The disadvantages. They don't make the most powerful wands, and they're prone to melancholy if seriously mishandled, which means that the hair may die, aka stop working, and need to be replaced.
Ooh, that could be a problem.
So you can get consistency, but also it's just not that powerful.
Got it. Okay.
Notable users of wands with unicorn hair, Cedric Diggory, Draco Malfoy, Ron Weasley, and Remus Lupin.
Okay.
among others.
Consistent.
Yeah.
Consistently the same guys,
Yeah.
I think, throughout the entire series.
Yeah. Not a crazy amount of character development. I mean, yes, but yes, very consistent in their approach and personalities. Second core type. Dragon Heartstring.
Oh, yeah, dude. I think I want that one.
Well, actually, you and I are going to see what wand.
Oh, we're going to do a quiz?
Oh, yeah. Okay, some properties. A Dragon Heartstring core produces the wands with the most power and are capable of the most flamboyant spells.
Okay.
They learn more quickly than other types of wands, and they can change allegiance but are often loyal. Okay, some disadvantages. They're the easiest to turn to the dark arts.
Mm-hmm.
They are most prone to accidents as they're somewhat temperamental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're harder to control. Notable users, Hermione Granger, believe it or not, Bellatrix Lestrange,
Yeah.
Minerva McGonagall,
Yeah.
Peter Pettigrew,
Yeah.
and Dolores Umbridge.
Okay.
So
Okay, I could see that.
mostly darker people, but yeah.
And Hermione.
Hermione, Dragon Heartstring. Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. Third one
Okay.
is the Phoenix Feather.
Oh, man. That one sounds awesome, too.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, so Phoenix Feather is the rarest core type. It's capable of the greatest range of magic, though it can take a long time for them to reveal this. So, you kind of have to really have, a strong relationship with this wand for a while for it to reveal all of its powers.
Okay.
These wands show the most initiative, sometimes acting of their own accord.
Yeah, I could see that. The Phoenix did.
Yeah, we see that in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire when Harry is dueling against Voldemort and his wand acts on his own.
And he just goes toe-to-toe with...
Yeah. The disadvantages. These wands are the pickiest when it comes to potential owners, as phoenixes are one of the most independent and detached creatures in the magical world.
Yeah.
They're the hardest to tame and personalize, and their allegiance is usually hard to win.
Yeah.
So again, if you try to take somebody's wand that has a phoenix feather core,
unlikely.
It's not probably going to let you do that. Okay. Notable users, Harry Potter.
Nice.
Tom Riddle.
Nice.
AKA Lord Voldemort. Sylvanus Kettleburn, who is a former Care of Magical Creatures professor at Hogwarts. And Celestina Warbeck, who was a famous singer in the magical world. So, just some fun little facts there. Okay. These are the most common cores, but Troll Whisker, Coral, Dittany Stalk, Thunderbird Tailfeather, Wampus Cat Hair, Fairy Wing. There's a bunch of other ones.
Okay, so there's a bunch of them.
Those are much less common.
Okay.
Now, related wands. This is a very unique thing to Harry Potter lore.
Okay.
So cool. When the cores of two wands are derived from the same source, so the same unicorn, the same dragon, the same phoenix, they are referred to as brother wands and have profound effects like Priori Incantatem. What Priori Incantatem is if the wands battle, they merge into a golden orb, and the one that succeeds to force the orb into the other wand is the one who wins. The losing wand then produced echoes of the most recent spells it had been used to perform in reverse order. So we see that in the Goblet of Fire when Harry and Tom Riddle duel. They have brother wands. That Priori Incantatem happens. And then what you see happen is the last spells that Voldemort cast was killing Harry's parents. So that's where the Harry's parents kind of come out and he sees them in the Goblet of Fire and he's like, what the heck's going on? It's because of Priori Incantatem.
Wow.
Okay.
That's what he did to Cedric.
What do you mean?
He killed him, didn't he?
Yeah, so Cedric came out and then Harry's parents.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. After connecting through Priori Incantatem, the wands recognize and begin to act on their own upon seeing the other wielder or the wand, which is what we saw when in Deathly Hallows, where Harry's like, my wand just acted on its own. I didn't even try when Tom Riddle was there or when Voldemort came. This is a very interesting fact that I did not know. If the wands are used together, for the same purpose, not to battle, their power is increased tenfold. So they're extra powerful if you use them together.
Wow.
But we did
tenfold?
Yeah, tenfold. That's pretty epic.
Yeah. It's like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay. So now there are different types of wood. Okay. So there's like there's the core.
Yeah.
But then there's the wood,
that surrounds it, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So there's over 40 different types of wood that is used to make wands.
Wow.
We're not going to dive deep into that.
Top 3.
Yeah. Each has unique properties, kind of like a baseball bat. Right? Yeah. Ash does different things than maple and
bamboo,
all that stuff. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Harry's wood was holly, which is pretty rare. Classic. I mean, he is the chosen one. The child of prophecy. Hermione's was vinewood. Ron's wands were made of ash and willow, and Dumbledore was elder wood, which, he did the elder wand.
Mm-hmm.
And this is interesting and totally on par and on brand. Voldemort's wand was made of yew, which is actually the entire tree is poisonous to humans.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right on brand, man.
Evil guy. Evil guy.
Got a crazy snake lurking around. He's got no nose.
Snake, dude. Yeah.
He's got a real dark vibe about him.
He does.
The whole poisonous tree and snakes and
yeah. He's the Dark Lord.
He is the Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord. The Dark Lord. Okay, so in conclusion, wands are a mysterious and fascinating part of Harry Potter universe, and the bonds that they create with their wielders are unique and powerful, and they are an essential tool to perform magic. So now you and I are going to take a little quiz.
See which ones are
to see our wands.
Okay.
What wands we get.
I want Phoenix.
You want to be rare.
I want to be Phoenix and Elderwood. That'd be pretty sick.
Phoenix and Elderworld? Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. All right. First of all, would you describe yourself as average height, tall, or short?
Average height.
And your eyes are dark brown, black, blue, gray, brown, hazel, blue, gray, green, other, or blue, green.
Brown, black.
No, I didn't say black.
Yes, you did.
No, I did.
You
dark
said
brown / black. I don't know.
Black. No, brown.
Brown. Okay. Was the day on which you were born an even number or an odd number?
Even.
Mm-hmm. Do you most pride yourself on determination, imagination, resilience, intelligence, originality, optimism, or kindness?
Resilience.
Resilience. Okay. Traveling alone down a deserted road, you reach a crossroads. Do you continue left towards the sea, right towards the castle, or ahead towards the forest?
The sea.
Okay. Do you most fear fire, darkness, isolation, heights, or small spaces?
Fire, probably.
Well, what do you fear most?
No, I don't fear darkness or isolation.
Okay.
So it's heights, fire.
Or small spaces.
Not small spaces. Probably fire.
Okay, fire. In a chest of magical artifacts, which would you choose? A silver dagger, an ornate mirror, a glittering jewel, a bound scroll, a golden key, a dusty bottle, or a black glove?
Dagger.
Silver dagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I did.
All right, here we go. You would have a laurel wood wand, 12.5 inches, with a dragon core and rigid flexibility.
Okay, I could see that.
Okay.
I'll take a dragon core.
Yeah. Laurel wood cannot perform a dishonorable act. Although in the quest for glory, a not uncommon goal for those best suited to these wands, laurel wands perform powerful and sometimes lethal magic. Laurel wands are sometimes called fickle, but this is unfair. The laurel wand seems unable to tolerate laziness in a possessor and is in such conditions that is most easily and willingly won away. Otherwise, it will cleave happily to its first match forever and indeed has the unusual and engaging attribute of issuing a spontaneous lightning strike if another witch or wizard attempts to steal it. Somebody tries to steal your wand, dude. They're just lightning bolt coming out of that thing.
Yeah,
that's how loyal it is.
That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so that's yours.
I think you might be a phoenix.
You think I might be unique like that?
Yeah, dude. I think you might be a phoenix.
I feel like dragon fits you pretty well, to be honest.
What is dragons like? Hardcore?
Yeah.
Getting right after it.
You can read them to me now.
Okay. Average height, tall or short?
I'm average height.
Okay. Your eyes?
Just blue.
Just blue?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Even or an odd number?
Odd number. For my birthday.
Do you most pride yourself on determination, imagination, resilience, intelligence, originality, optimism, or kindness?
Imagination.
Imagination. Traveling alone down a dark, deserted road. Do you go to the sea, the castle, or the forest?
I'm going to the forest.
The forest. Do you most fear fire, darkness, isolation, heights, or small spaces?
Small spaces.
Okay. In a chest, what would you choose? Silver dagger, ornate mirror, glittering jewel, bound scroll, golden key, dusty bottle, or a black glove?
Bound scroll.
Ah, Hollywood with a phoenix core.
Oh, hey!
10 and 3/4 inches and slightly springy and flexible.
Nice. Read about the
Hollywood.
Yeah, the Hollywood, yeah.
Holly is one of the rarer kinds of wand woods, traditionally considered protective. It works most happily for those who may need help overcoming a tendency to anger or impulsivity. At the same time, holly wands often choose owners who are engaged in some dangerous and often spiritual quest. Holly is one of those woods that varies most dramatically in performance depending on the wand core and is notoriously difficult wood to team with phoenix feather. In the unusual event of such a pairing finding its ideal match, however, nothing and nobody should stand in their way.
Dang. Okay.
Dang.
Cool. Me and Harry Potter got the same wand. Sick. Cool.
Cool. Right on.
So that's wand lore in Harry Potter.
Cool, man. Wands are interesting.
If you guys want to take that quiz, I'll put the link in the description if you want to find out your wand. You can just tell us, get us in the comments below. What do you got? What you got?
Right on, right on.
What's your wand? Which wand is picking you? Awesome.
All right, you ready to get in chunk 2?
I'm ready to get into chunk 2.
Chunk 2 is so good.
Chunk number 2 today is a chunk that we are growing increasingly fond of. It is Battle Royale. Battle Royale is where we decide who wins in a fight. We take 2 people, whether they're fictional or real, and we pin them against each other, and we decide who wins.
All right, man.
That's it. All right. I think you're going first today. Because I went first last time, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. You ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Okay. Who wins in a fight? Quicksilver or the Flash?
Oh. Trying to think gut instinct here. Gut instinct's telling me the Flash.
Gut instinct's the Flash? Why?
I just think he has more of like the lightning available to him, like electricity and stuff, and I don't know why they give him an advantage. But also, I don't know what's the speed compared to the 2 that is going to give them the upper hand, because we just both know that they're just super fast.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know anything about Quicksilver.
No,
I just
really.
know that he's like Marvel's speedster.
Speedster, yeah.
So I don't know who's faster. I don't know any of that stuff. I'm just like...
Quicksilver. Oh.
Yeah. So I was wondering, do you know like any of that?
No, I don't know too much about him.
So we can just dive into what
we can dive in.
Okay, here are the 4 categories that we're going to use to determine who wins the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, speed. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the doy.
They are the speedsters. Number 2, power and abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 3, combat intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, stamina and endurance.
Okay.
All right. We're going to cover those 4. We're going to decide who wins in each one. Going to kind of talk about that. I'll kind of give you the information, and then we're going to decide who has the advantage in that category. Then we're going to give our kind of final verdict or whatever, and then we're going to go to, we actually put this into ChatGPT and have ChatGPT give us a hypothetical battle. So then we're going to go into the battle and the verdict.
Okay, dude, let's do it.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, speed. All right. Quicksilver, particularly in the MCU, can run at speeds approaching Mach 4 to 5.
That's insane.
It's so fast. An F-22 Raptor can get up to Mach 2.25, which is like 1,500 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So this is twice as fast. Quicksilver is more than twice as fast as an F-22. Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, so Pietro Maximoff, also known as Quicksilver, his speed is significantly higher in the comics versus the MCU. Capable of traversing continents in minutes.
Continents?
Yeah. His speed is biological, limited to enhanced reflexes, running, and momentum, but lacks abilities like breaking the time barrier.
Which I think
Flash can do, which we're going to see right here. The Flash, a.k.a. Barry Allen, taps into the Speed Force, which is a cosmic energy source granting speed far beyond Quicksilver. Depending on the iteration, the Flash can exceed the speed of light, break the time barrier, and even phase through objects.
I think Flash just has the upper hand, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know, unless there's just some sort of battle component that like Quicksilver's just got the juice. But like, other than that, I think that right there just solidifies my vote for Flash.
Yeah. He routinely performs feats such as outrunning death in Black Flash and resetting timelines.
Yeah.
Okay, so the advantage for speed is Flash.
Flash.
Clearly. Okay. Category number 2, powers and abilities. Quicksilver. Pietro's abilities are mostly physical. He can create small-scale shockwaves by running, dodge bullets, and use momentum-based attacks to hit harder than most human fighters can withstand. His reflexes are sharp, allowing him to perceive and react to fast-paced scenarios.
Yeah.
Okay. The Flash. The Flash has a vast arsenal of special abilities derived from the Speed Force. These include creating tornadoes, energy projections, stealing kinetic energy, which is like freezing an opponent, and phasing through objects by vibrating at specific frequencies.
This is Quicksilver?
This is Flash.
Oh, it's Flash. Okay.
The Flash's greatest ability is his manipulation of time, allowing him to rewind or fast forward events, a power Quicksilver cannot counter. Dude, I thought this would be a better matchup.
Dude, I think I'm going Flash, too. Yeah.
Yeah, advantage to the Flash, for sure. All right, combat intelligence.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, this might affect something.
Does it give you an edge on each?
Yeah.
Okay.
They gave the edge to the Flash in the last 2.
Okay.
Combat intelligence. Quicksilver. Pietro is an experienced combatant with training from the Avengers and years of experience in high-stakes battles. He uses his speed strategically in battle, aiming for quick takedowns and leveraging the environment to outmaneuver foes. However, his impulsive nature often makes him reckless, leaving openings for counters.
Okay. And a guy who's as fast as him.
Yeah. You don't want to be reckless.
No.
You got to be calculated.
Barry's calculated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flash. Barry Allen combines speed with sharp tactical intelligence.
Dude, I think Flash
not even close. Just wipe the floor
with Pietro, dude.
And again,
no, that's fair. In my head, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good matchup.
Two speedsters, like, dude, sick, right? No, Barry Allen's just wiping the floor. Barry, in particular, is a forensic scientist, making him adept at thinking critically, even in fast-paced situations. Flash often analyzes weaknesses mid-fight and adapts accordingly, a skill that surpasses Quicksilver's approach. So the advantage goes to Flash.
That's 3-zip.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Pietro. All right, category number 4, stamina and endurance. Quicksilver's stamina is finite. Though he can operate at superhuman levels for extended periods, he tires over time, especially during prolonged battles. His biological limitations prevent him from maintaining top speeds indefinitely.
Oh my gosh.
The Flash. Flash's connection to the Speed Force grants him almost limitless stamina. So right now we have Flash is infinitely faster. He has way more power and abilities. His tactical intelligence is far superior, and he doesn't run out of stamina. This is a horrible battle.
This guy runs out of energy. Yeah. This guy's limitless energy.
Not equally matched. Like,
Edge Flash.
Edge Flash. Yeah, I think so. Don't you think so? He can run for days without tiring and heal from injuries at a rapid pace, an advantage Pietro cannot match. Advantage, the Flash.
Okay, so who wins in the end?
Well, I want to go through the battle.
Yeah, I was going to. That's what I meant.
Like Flash wipes the floor with Quicksilver. Like
one sentence. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hypothetical battle. The fight begins in a bustling urban setting. Quicksilver uses his speed to disorient the Flash with quick hits, darting in and out before Barry can react. Pietro's agility allows him to temporarily gain the upper hand by leveraging the environment, toppling cars and hurling debris at Flash at high speeds. However, Flash quickly adapts.
This was happening.
Yeah,
okay.
Activating the Speed Force, he slows time from his perspective, effectively nullifying Quicksilver's advantage. As Pietro charges again, Flash phases through the attack. just imagine this battle, dude. Like, just like, For like 2 seconds, Quicksilver's like, oh, he's just throwing cars at him and stuff. And the next thing you know, Flash is just like, yeah, I'm just gonna phase through this car and slow down time.
Which allows Flash to quickly attack. Oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah,
okay. I'm just gonna phase through all this and jack him in the throat.
He's just gonna whack, dude. It's like a god versus a human. Like he's just no chance, dude. No chance. Flash phases through the attack, leaving Quicksilver vulnerable. With a well-timed kinetic energy drain, Flash immobilizes Pietro, rendering him unable to move. For the final blow, Flash creates a vortex, trapping Quicksilver in a whirlwind of compressed air, leaving him incapacitated. Not even close, dude. Oh my god.
Face around. Just suck the life out of him.
Yeah. Just drain him of all kinetic energy.
Oh my god.
So here's the verdict.
Flash wins in a landslide.
While Quicksilver is a formidable speedster with sharp combat instincts, he cannot compete with the sheer power and versatility of the Flash. The Speed Force grants Flash abilities that far surpass Quicksilver's capabilities, making this an uneven matchup.
It's far superior.
Yeah.
Oh.
Winner, the Flash. In almost every conceivable scenario, Flash's superior speed, intelligence, and endurance ensure victory.
In almost every conceivable.
I had no idea it was that outmatched.
You are outgunned and outmanned.
Yeah, I had no idea it was that far of a gap. I was like, oh, they're both the speedsters.
That's what I thought too when I first heard it. Oh yeah, that'd be a good matchup. Yeah. No.
It would be a brutal battle. Just one-sided.
Wiping the floor.
Which is crazy to think that, like, a guy that can run it like Mach 4 would just get absolutely destroyed, you know?
Just wiped.
Yeah. Oh, not even a chance. Which is crazy because, like, Flash has always been my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
But I never knew how powerful he was.
Oh, dude. He's like so beyond the concept that like he could heal instantly. He could like all these things, like just tapping into the Speed Force, turn back time, jump around, dude, create vortexes. Like,
Plus, I resonate with his personality so much because he's like highly intelligent. Like he's just very smart, but he also is like super goofy and funny and like, you know, witty humor.
Nerd.
Yeah, he's just a total nerd and dork, and I love that. But he's always been my favorite. But like, dude, now he's even more of my favorite, knowing like how powerful he is.
So funny.
It's so funny. Yeah. So Flash wins.
In not even a contest.
Not even a contest.
That's crazy.
Okay, hopefully yours is a little bit more evenly matched. All right, what do you got? What do you got for me?
Okay. Who wins in a fight? Jack Sparrow versus Han Solo.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good one. That's original.
Mm-hmm.
That's very original.
Literally the pirates of their each individual universe.
Yeah. No, that's... Oh, man. Because, like, Jack Sparrow, you know, thinking on his feet, or like, my favorite quote about Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean is where the Dauntless is, like, the power in the waters, and then there's, like, the fast one.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what the boat's called, or the ship's called. But he, like, steals the fast one. He, like, gets them to kind of, like, get the boat running for him. And he's like, Do you think he plans that ahead of time or just makes it up as he goes, you know, or whatever? And it's like, you don't know, but he's so brilliant in that way. But then Han Solo is Han Solo. Like, that dude's just
makes it happen.
Yeah, he just makes it happen. He overcomes all the odds. Oh my gosh, man. That's a really good one. Initial gut reaction. Han Solo.
My heart's with Han Solo.
Yeah, I know your heart's with Han Solo. I think initial gut reaction is like Han Solo because he's a warrior, and I mean, if he has a blaster, dude, like
That does give you an advantage.
I don't see how Jack Sparrow beats a blaster.
But here's the thing. So
Uh-huh.
these categories are much different than your typical one-on-one.
Okay.
So the first one is combat skills.
Well, first, so say, again, just for short form,
Sure.
just say, here are the 4 categories.
Here are the 5 categories.
Mm-hmm.
Combat skills, intelligence and cunning, equipment, terrain adaptability, and luck factor.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Combat skills.
Okay. Initial reaction, I think Han Solo has the advantage in combat skills. Jack Sparrow is a good sword wielder. I mean, he can use a sword and a gun and all that kind of stuff. I guess he does have a gun, so there's that. But that's equipment. But I would say probably like hand-to-hand.
Hand to hand, no weapons, let's say.
Hand-to-hand, if they're just like doing fists, Han Solo wins.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah, dude. He's like been in a war.
Yeah.
He's facing off against the Sith. Like, I just think Han Solo has that advantage personally.
Yeah,
What do you
think so too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Han Solo.
Point Han Solo.
All right.
Okay. Combat skills. Jack Sparrow, a skilled swordsman. Jack relies on agility, creativity, and unpredictability in combat.
Yeah.
He often turns seemingly dire situations into his advantage with improvisation and quick thinking. He's less reliant on brute force and more on outsmarting his opponent.
Okay.
Han Solo, a crack shot with a blaster and adept at hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Han is equally resourceful in fights, and he tends to shoot first and rarely gives his enemies a fair chance to retaliate, emphasizing practicality over honor.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just going to do what it takes to win.
Edge Han Solo.
Okay.
Range and lethality of a blaster guns gives him an immediate advantage in direct combat.
Okay, next category.
Intelligence and cunning. I think Jack Sparrow's got that.
Yeah, I would
the edge
agree.
on that.
I would agree.
I think Han Solo is intelligent and cunning, but Jack Sparrow, I think, is just on a different level where he can just literally turn any situation around.
Yeah, to his advantage.
Exactly. Like, just where he sees it as everybody else sees it as a disadvantage, he sees the only one who sees it as an advantage.
Yeah, and I think he's definitely better at that than Han Solo. I would
wittier, cunning, all that. Like,
yeah.
I think just
you see that every single time in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mhm.
Like, he turns the situation to his advantage. Like, I feel like if Jack Sparrow's in that situation with Darth Vader where he was getting cryo-freezed or whatever he was, I feel like Jack Sparrow would have figured a way out of there.
Yeah.
He would have figured some way to just, like, turn around. He would have, like, put Darth Vader in the thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's how good Jack Sparrow is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
What do we got?
Jack Sparrow. Jack's strength lies in his deceptive brilliance.
Yeah.
While appearing bumbling and chaotic, he's a master tactician who manipulates others to achieve his goals. His plans, though seemingly absurd, often succeed. Han Solo. Han is a street man with a keen sense for strategy. As a former smuggler and rebel hero, he knows when to cut his losses or seize opportunities. His cunning often shines in high-stakes scenarios.
Yeah. See, but I would say that, like, again, Han would come up with some strategy against Jack, but he's so unpredictable that, like, I just think Jack has the advantage. Like, no matter how much Han plans, Jack's going to figure it out.
Official edge, Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, 100%.
His unpredictability and sheer audacity give him an edge in a battle of wits.
Okay. Point Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
Mm-hmm.
3, equipment.
Oh, yeah, Han Solo. I mean, he has a
Solo.
blaster.
The only thing I can think of is if the blaster gets knocked out of his hands, swords, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because, like, Han Solo only has a blaster.
That's just one main weapon.
But I think it's so overpowering, like, yeah,
pew, pew, pew.
You know what I mean? It's just such a strong weapon.
Just
like,
a sidearm,
like,
dude.
what does Jack Sparrow have defense? But you have to think about it like this, like, with the craftiness of it, and this is more of, like, the actual battle, but, like, if Han Solo is, like, using the blaster and Jack finds a way to get it out of his hands, then Jack does have the advantage. But I think overall, just, like, the equipment that they have and their ability to use it, Han Solo.
I'm going to go
with
Han
the
Solo,
blaster.
too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jack Sparrow. Armed with a cutlass, a flintlock pistol with a single shot, and sometimes an assortment of tools and trinkets like a compass that doesn't point north, Jack's arsenal is limited and primitive.
Yeah, and it's not combat focused. Like, if he only has one bullet, like, what's that going to do?
Han Solo wields a DL-44 heavy blaster pistol, one of the most powerful handheld weapons in the galaxy.
Yeah. Like,
it's highly accurate and can fire multiple shots before reloading. He also has advanced tech on the Millennium Falcon, though that wouldn't factor into a one-on-one fight.
Yeah, so no.
Edge, Han Solo.
Yeah, okay. Point Han Solo.
Weaponry vastly outclasses Jack's rudimentary tools.
Yeah.
Point Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
4, terrain adaptability. I'm going Jack Sparrow.
Oh, 100%.
Jack Sparrow, any situation you put him in, think about all the terrains he's been on, like beaches, deserts, ocean, in the ocean, in rural, urban area, always turning things to his advantage no matter what. Yeah. I'm going Jack Sparrow hands down.
100%. I think that, his ability to adapt is unmatched.
Han Solo can do it. He is good at that.
Yeah.
But just Jack Sparrow's
He's one of the best.
I think it's
literally one of the best.
Yeah.
So, I definitely say Jack for that. Mm-hmm.
Terrain adaptability. Jack Sparrow. As a pirate, Jack thrives in chaotic, unpredictable environments like ships, islands, or towns with plenty of hiding spots. He can use the environment creatively to gain the upper hand.
Yeah.
Han Solo. Han is adaptable to a variety of settings, including spaceports, deserts, and forests. However, he's less inclined towards using the environment as a weapon compared to Jack.
100%.
Edge, Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Point Jack Sparrow.
Point Jack Sparrow. He's more creative when exploiting his surroundings.
Yeah. Okay, so the last one.
Luck factor.
Ooh, okay. They are both pretty lucky
They're
fellas.
both lucky guys. Jack never gets caught, and literally Han was supposed to die in many situations where he didn't.
Okay. Me personally, I just feel like it's Jack Sparrow. Like
I gotta go.
Everything
Jack,
always works out for him, dude. Like he just, I think everything.
I'm with you on that.
I like Han. Definitely lucky. Got through the asteroid field. Didn't die with the carbon thing.
Frozen in carbonite. Like, dude, yeah.
Get that. But like, dude, Jack's just a lucky son of a gun.
Yeah, he is.
He just always finds a way out of it.
All right, so here we go. Jack Sparrow. Jack's uncanny ability to survive and thrive on sheer luck is legendary.
Yep.
Whether it's escaping the Kraken or defeating undead pirates, fortune seems to favor him in absurd ways.
Mm-hmm.
Han Solo. Han has his fair share of lucky escapes, from navigating asteroid fields to evading bounty hunters, but his luck often stems from skill and calculated risks rather than sheer chance, which gives edge Jack Sparrow.
Yep, point Jack Sparrow.
Point Jack Sparrow. Jack's luck often borders on miraculous.
Yep. So we're 3-2 Jack Sparrow right now, but that doesn't mean that he's going to win the battle.
No.
We got to get into like who we actually think is going to win the battle. So what do you think as far as like, we'll read what ChatGPT has to say, but like an actual battle between them?
I think I'm going Han Solo in the end because his just grit and determination.
Yeah.
And like willing to take risks to win. And he's got a blaster. Like, I think that just gives him a huge advantage. But also, oh man, Jack Sparrow's luck and just intuitive.
You got to give me a final verdict.
I'm going Han Solo.
I'm going to go Jack Sparrow. And the reason I say it is because of this. It's because I agree with you that Han Solo's grit and determination and strategic mind and the blaster is a huge advantage. Mm-hmm. It's one of the most powerful weapons in the galaxy. But I just feel like Jack Sparrow can find a way. Mm-hmm. Like he can figure out a way to just like get that blaster out of his hand, some crazy thing where he'll, swing something around, it'll knock it out of Han's hands. And then Jack will just like have him at sword point and he'll be like
on guard.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like Jack is,
or checkmate.
I feel like the creative mind and the adaptability in the moment overcomes the strategic mind and power of the blaster and grit.
Fair enough.
Because if Jack wants to beat you, he will.
Yeah.
Like he's like, all like whatever, kind of like Looney Tunes, but if he wants to beat you, he will. Yeah. He'll figure out a way. So he has grit too.
Yeah. So here's the hypothetical battle.
Yeah. Tell me what.
Setting: a desert planet with abandoned ruins, providing both open spaces and areas for cover.
Okay, sure. I like it.
All right. The fight begins with Han Solo spotting Jack Sparrow stumbling through the ruins. Han, wary of strangers, draws his blaster. Jack, noticing Han's weapon, raises his hands in surrender and starts talking.
Yeah, we forgot about that, dude. Just his ability. Yep.
Spinning a nonsensical tale about being the ruler of a faraway land.
I love it. Yes.
Han, unimpressed, fires a warning shot, but Jack dives into cover just in time.
Yeah.
Jack uses the terrain to his advantage, setting up crude traps with loose debris and feigning vulnerability to lure Han closer.
Okay.
As Han methodically advances, Blaster ready, Jack launches a surprise attack by toppling a pillar, causing a cloud of dust and forcing Han to retreat, dude, using the terrain.
Yes, I'm telling you, man. He's so good at that. It's such an advantage.
Han's blaster gives him a distinct edge, and he manages to corner Jack. But as Han prepares to fire, Jack pulls out his flintlock pistol, aims it at Han, and pulls the trigger, only to reveal it's not loaded.
Classic. Oh.
Yeah. The distraction buys Jack just enough time to disarm Han with a well-timed throw of his cutlass.
Yeah.
The fight devolves into hand-to-hand combat where Jack's agility and unpredictability allow him to land a few hits. However, Han's greater physical strength and straightforward brawling techniques eventually overpower the pirate.
Ooh.
Jack, ever the opportunist, escapes with a crafty move, stealing Han's blaster and disappearing into the ruins. Verdict.
Ooh.
While Jack Sparrow puts up an admirable fight with his cunning, luck, and environments to his advantage, Han Solo wins in most scenarios due to his superior weaponry, combat skills, and pragmatic approach. However, in a scenario heavily favoring Jack's creativity and luck, he might squeeze out a win.
Okay, so like out of 10 times, how many times do you think Han Solo?
Han Solo's probably like 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
Like,
I can concede and give Han the advantage in that way because it's like, okay, he's not going to be smooth talked by Jack. Like he's not.
Cut it.
Yeah.
He's
cut
not
the crap.
stupid.
Cut the crap. Yeah. But at the same time, like I think again, you get him in the right scenario, he'll probably win most of the time. I think his skills are more transferable, but Jack's a formidable opponent.
Hand to hand, I think Han Solo does win.
Definitely.
Like even if you take all the weapons out of it, it's just fisticuffs. I think Han Solo does win.
Yeah.
But dude, you're right. He's just so cunning and everything.
So
I guess in the end it goes to Han Solo.
Yeah.
But very close fight. I think like 6 out of 10, where it's like it's not going to be easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing us back to balance.
Flash destroys in every way.
Yeah. This one was actually well balanced. So yeah.
Is that a good one?
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. I would say, so that's so we're kind of both leaning like, all right, Han Solo, but it's a close fight.
But it's close.
Tell us what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know.
Seriously, please. In the comments, like we want to know because like we might have missed something or whatever. Like if there's some aspect of it that we didn't get, let us know and let us know why we're wrong or why we're right. Cool. So that was good. That was really good. That's Battle Royale. We love that one, and we're probably gonna do it more. So
amen. All right, dude.
Time for chunk number 3. Last chunk of the podcast. It is Tournament of the Olympians. Tournament of the Olympians is a chunk where we play a game. And oftentimes with that game, 50% is passing. Because that's our show.
Today
we're playing Jeopardy.
This is
Jeopardy! No, what's it?
Yeah, this is
Jeopardy. What's the tune? What's the Jeopardy tune? Why can't I think of it right now?
I don't know. I can't think of it either. Hold on.
Oh, do 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 do.
That's at the end, but I'm trying to think of the like
the
this
intro.
is Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
It's just more. It's more upbeat. Same tune.
Okay, we are going to play Jeopardy. If anybody doesn't know what Jeopardy is, it's just a classic trivia game. So we're just going to answer trivia questions. Round 1. Months, singing, or college potpourri?
Months?
You want to do potpourri?
College potpourri? What does that even mean?
In the Northern Hemisphere, it's the first month that falls completely in fall.
September?
Completely in
fall.
October. Yeah, completely in fall's October. We got that right. Let's do singing for 4. An ariette is a short one of these. An opera, a chanson, or an aria?
I'm going to go with aria. Ariette.
An aria? Correct!
Ariette. Like,
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what it is either.
It's an ariette. Okay, let's do college potpourri. Daily double. Meryl Streep and this alien actress attended the Yale School of Drama at the same time in the 1970s.
Alien actress?
Yeah, Meg Ryan, Sigourney Weaver, Deborah Winger.
Alien
the movie.
Oh.
Sigourney Weaver, Deborah Winger. Or Meg
Meg
Ryan?
Ryan.
Sigourney Weaver.
I guessed. Oh, okay, dude. I completely misunderstood
She's
that.
not an alien actress. We don't even know if aliens exist, Mike. Like it's a movie.
That's what I
meant. Context. Context.
I thought they were gonna say this American actress like this.
This is from the planet Zarboff 3. Alien actress. Blurka blurka durga durg.
Did they just admit to extraterrestrials through Jeopardy?
Alien the movie. All right, let's try to get some points back.
Alien actress.
Singing for 6. African pygmies and Swiss mountain dwellers practice this rapid alteration between high and low registers. Mouthing, yodeling, or recitative?
Yodeling.
Yodeling. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're still losing, but we're doing better. All right, months for 600. We're doing it. In a sonnet Shakespeare wrote, rough winds do shake the darling buds of December, January. It's May.
Okay.
The darling buds of May.
All right.
Correct.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that one. Okay, double Jeopardy. We're losing by 400 points to Antonio.
Ouch.
Nautical terms, cliches, or artists. We get to answer 5 questions.
Artists.
For 4, 8, or 1,200.
4.
Okay. The paintings of this family have been installed in the Brandywine River Museum in Chadsford, Pennsylvania. The Wyeth, the Clees, or the Hoppers?
Oh, it's the Hoppers.
Oh. You didn't know that.
No, I was just...
Come on!
You didn't know either.
But at least I could have had a guess. You're just like, oh, I know it. It's the Wyeths.
I was really...
Nautical terms are 12. We're going big. The bow is the front part of a ship. This is the rear position. Port, ballast, or stern. Port is left. I think it's the stern.
I think it's stern, yeah.
The stern!
Nice. Good man.
Boom.
Hopper.
Look at us knowing our nautical terms.
Yes.
All right. Cliches. Let's do cliches for 12. Let's try it. This expression, meaning away from turmoil, became popular after Thomas Hardy used it as a book title. Far from the madding crowd, in the nick of time, calm before the storm. I would assume it's calm before.
Far from the what?
Turmoil? Madding crowd, away from turmoil. Far from the madding crowd, calm before the... What do you think? I think it's far from the madding crowd.
What was the second one?
In the nick of time or calm before the storm. I'll do from the madding crowd.
Yeah.
Correct, from the madding crowd. Nice. Oh, dude, we are tied with Antonio for the lead.
Let's beat him.
Artist for 12. Let's do it. Going big. He painted that famous portrait of his mother in London in 1872. James Whistler, Max Ernst, or William Blake?
Max Ernst.
The only one I recognize in there is William Blake.
All right, go with that one.
I'm going to go with Max Ernst. Oh, it's James Whistler. We would have gotten it wrong either way.
Okay.
All right. Oh, Antonio's kicking our butt.
Antonio.
Let's do nautical terms for 8. Apparently we know those. Launched in 1886, the Glockoff was the first of these ships to transport oil across the Atlantic. A schooner, a tanker, or a steamer? 1886, Mike. Come on, history. Schooner.
Steamer, probably.
Steamer? It's a tanker.
I don't know.
Dang.
I don't know everything.
Even Patricia's beating us. We're at 1800.
Oh, man, nobody loses to Patricia.
Patricia. Well, we were beating her the whole time, and then we just sucked. All right, well, let's wager everything we got. We're not gonna.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. This Swedish-born pop artist invented soft sculpture. Klaus Oldenburg, Henry Moore, or Pablo Picasso? I think it's Klaus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Klaus Oldenburg.
So we risked it all. We won.
No, we totally lost. We got 1,400 points.
Ouch.
Oh, I think we got a final round, though. Maybe. Let's see.
Final Jeopardy?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we lost big time.
Ouch.
It was bad. Antonio wiped the floor with us, like Flash with Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was Flash. We were Quicksilver.
100%.
We were Quicksilver.
But we did get to move. We're on a world tour, so we did get to move from LA to Sydney, Australia.
Nice.
So
okay.
So that's fun.
We're on a world tour.
We're on a world tour, baby.
Okay.
Apparently we're in a league, too. I don't know how this app works. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves. We're playing June Cash and somebody that just has a bunch of numbers. 235010.
All right. And numbers.
All right. Round 1 for Jeopardy. Religion, music, and literature. or science?
Religion.
Let's do 6. Let's just go big.
Yeah.
The oldest Hindu scriptures existed for centuries before they were written down. These are the Vedas.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
that's true. You would know it.
Do you know me?
Yeah.
Okay. Music and literature for 600?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's try it.
Let's just go across the board.
In the 1830s, this Hungarian composed a piano sonata called After a Reading of Dante. Rachmaninoff, Mozart, or Liszt?
Mozart, I think.
Is he Hungarian?
Yeah, he's somewhere up there.
Nope, it's Liszt.
Oh, no, he's German. Oh, sorry.
It's tough. Now we're last. Science for 6. Let's try that. This German physicist is known for his 1900 quantum theory and his constant. Oh, that would be Max Planck.
All right. I did not know that.
Sick. All right. Let's do religion for 4. With over 1 billion followers, it's the largest non-Christian religion. Jainism, Islam, or Shintoism? Be Islam.
Islam, right?
Mm-hmm. Boom, dude. Okay. We're in second place. Rika's winning a lot, but we're going to do science for 4.
Okay.
Containing over 30 chemical elements, it's the colorless jelly-like substance that makes up a cell. Protoplasm, protoplastic, or protoplanet? It's
plasm, right?
Protoplasm. Look at you, baby. Science.
I knew it wasn't plastic.
In today's world, it might be.
Yeah.
Microplastics.
It's an element.
Okay, double jeopardy. World facts, world geography, or architectural terms?
World geography.
Okay, 4, 8, or 12?
8.
Okay. Daily double. Nice, Mike. World geography. We're going to just wager. Let's wager it all. The top of this highest peak on Honshu is often hidden by clouds. Mount Iwaki, Mount Shirani, or Mount Fuji?
What is it?
I'm going to say Fuji.
Fuji, yeah.
It's Fuji.
Nice.
Yes.
Fuji apples.
At over 3,500,000 square miles, this desert covers an area larger than Australia. Sahara, Gobi, or Kalahari?
Sahara, I believe.
Sahara?
Yeah.
We can use an answer strike. Let's do that. Okay, Sahara. Nice, Mike.
Because I know world facts.
You do know world facts.
Let's hit another world fact.
You are
dude.
an international
sensation.
Yeah, stud. Okay. All right.
Let's hit another world fact.
Another world fact for 1,200. Want to go big?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Funk yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
The Swiss-French lake is the largest of the Alpine lakes. Lake Constance, Lake Geneva, or Lake Lucerne? I
believe it's Geneva.
Geneva. Yep. Boom. Shaka laka boom.
I think that was a couple big wins for us.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
4,800. Dude, we got 2 more questions left. All right, let's just you want to do world geography for 12?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Okay. The top of this highest peak on Honshu is often hidden by the clouds. Okay, cool. I'll just take another freebie, Mount Fuji. I don't know why it's the same question, but let's do it.
Take it.
I messed that up.
Mount Fuji.
Yeah. All right. Architectural terms for 4. Let's just see. The ward, the courtyard of one of these fortified structures is also called the Bailey.
Wait, what's this?
Oh my gosh. The ward. Oh, the ward is also, it's a hospital, an abbey, or a castle. I think it's a hospital because you have wards in hospital. Oh, no, it's a castle. Crud. We still won with that round. We're winning 5,600, and the next highest is 4,300, and then 1,600. Okay. Final Jeopardy, Mike.
Okay, man. What is it?
Ooh, the Old Testament. Come on. Do you want to bet the bag?
Let's bet the bag.
You want to bet the bag on it?
Solidify the win.
All right, dude. Go big or go home. As part of this man's suffering, he was smitten with sore boils from head to toe by Satan.
Job.
That would be Job. Nice, dude. Oh, dude, we crushed. Crushed.
11,000.
11,200 points.
Yeah.
Dang, look at you.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, dude. Dude, we got a boomerang and 15,000 in cash, 3 XPs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're crushing it.
We're killing it, dude.
We're crushing it. All right, one more.
Un mas.
Un mas.
Here we go, dude.
Oh, dude, we moved up to 12 in our league. Absolutely killing it. Okay, we're playing Emma and Syl. Religion, biblical peoples, or computer literacy?
Biblical peoples.
All right, 600. Here we go. The Midianites were descended from Midian, this patriarch's son. Moses, Abraham, or Jesus? We know it's not Jesus. Midianites, you get like 2 seconds.
Abraham.
Yeah. Mikey.
I just watched that actually recently.
Nice, dude.
I was just trying to think what time.
All right, let's do religion for 6.
Let's.
Divided into 114 surahs or chapters, this Islamic book is the earliest known work in Arabic prose. The Book of Kings, the Quran, and the Kabbalah. The Quran. Look at us. Dude, we're winning. Computer literacy. No. Let's do biblical equals for 4.
Yeah, let's.
The Galatians and Colossians were among the recipients of his letters.
Paul?
That would be Paul. Saul, Paul, or Peter. Paul.
Paul.
All right. Let's do religion for 4. This apostle who denied he knew Jesus 3 times is sometimes called the apostle to the Jews.
Peter.
Pita. Yep.
We're good at that, man.
Let's do. I want to do computer literacy for 4. Just for
why are we risking it?
Why not? This executive has written of business at the speed of thought and the road ahead. Paul Allen, Steve Jobs, or Bill Gates?
Steve Jobs.
Business at the speed of thought and the road ahead.
That's got to be Steve Jobs. He's more of like a visionary person.
It's Bill Gates. Dang it.
Did you pick Bill Gates?
No. Now we're in second.
Okay.
Why are we risking this?
Sorry. On a roll with biblical.
World Cities, Bloody Business, or Batman and Robbins?
Batman and Robbins.
All right. 800. Here we go. He was the Batman in Batman Returns. Michael Keaton. Yes, sir. Okay. World Cities for 8. Let's try it. Daily Double. Bet
the bag.
Bet the bag. Bet the bag. Do it. The National Museum in this Somali capital was built in the 19th century by the Sultan of Zanzibar.
Oh, boy.
Log Mogadishu or Rocco Roxo?
Mogadishu.
Yeah, Mogadishu.
That's how it's done, son.
Boom, dude.
Love betting the bag.
Love betting the bag. Too much fun. Now we're winning again. I kind of want to see what Bloody Business is. About half the blood collected in the U.S. is acquired by this organization: the Red Cross, World Health, or UNICEF. Red Cross.
I don't know.
Red Cross.
Okay.
Correct. Oh, shoot. Okay, we got to go big on these next. Okay, you want to do Batman and Robbins for 1200?
Yeah, Batman and Robbins.
This 1960s TV Robin was once married to the daughter of Merv Griffin's band leader, Mort Lindsay. Gilbert Ward, Kurt Ward, or Burt Ward?
I think it was Kurt.
It's Kurt Ward?
I think so.
Burt Ward. Ouch. That's a big loss. All right, let's do World Cities for 1200.
Let's.
Okay. The discovery of gold at Kalgoorlie in 1890 aided the growth of this capital of Western Australia. Perth, Brisbane, or Melbourne?
Melbourne, I think. Capital.
No, Western Australia. I think it's Perth.
Okay, go for it.
It's Perth.
Nice.
Yeah, because Brisbane and Melbourne, for some reason I looked up the geography of Australia the other day.
Hey, dude, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that bug. What's going on over here?
Yeah, and Brisbane and Melbourne are on the East Coast. Okay, we're losing to Sill. Sill's crushing it, 9,300 points. We got 5,200. We're beating Emma, though.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, do we wage it all? We waged it all.
Mm-hmm.
Bet the bag, dude.
Bet the bag.
5,200.
What's the category?
Miscellaneous.
Oh.
Urbanology is an old term for this science. Chemistry, astronomy, or geology. Uranology. Oh, no.
Is what for uranology is what?
Old term for this science. Chemistry, astronomy, or geology?
Geology.
It's astronomy.
Oh, yikes.
So we got 0.
So what happens when you bet the bag?
Yeah.
All right.
Go big or go home. We went home.
We went home. All right, well, that was 3 rounds.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Can't win them all, folks.
Okay, so I think we just got to set up Jeopardy better for the future. But I think other than that, I mean, dude, that was a fun show today. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Laughing at it. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. That's the end of the podcast. For everybody that makes it this far, seriously, sincere moment. Y'all are the true homies. We really, really appreciate you. We love you. We're so happy that you're on this journey with us. We hope that you laughed and just, had a good time. If you want to support the show, there's multiple ways to do that, but the best way is
do a little home cooking safely.
Okay, safely cook at home. Yeah, we all go out to eat all the time, but yeah, Mike and I are going to do a little home cooking today.
We are.
We're gonna cook up some steak
Tonight.
tacos.
Yeah. Oh, we got to pull that out of the fridge, or the freezer, by the way.
Oh yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to lunch now, but for dinner.
Yeah. We're going out for lunch, but then we're home cooking. Yeah, do a little home cooking. Even if, especially if you have like a loved one around or something like that, that'd be great. If not, if you're by yourself, just make yourself a little meal that you've been wanting to eat a little bit. Something simple, doesn't have to be crazy.
Cool, man.
But yeah, it's cheaper and it's fun. The other ways to support, just real quick, if you want to go above and beyond that, you can follow us on our social media and share those clips with anybody you think would enjoy it. Just spread the fun, spread the laughter, share the episodes. The links are in the description for that. You can also leave a rating review on whatever podcast app you're listening to right now. That definitely helps the show. And then you can like and subscribe on YouTube. Please comment, engage, like tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Just engage with our content would be amazing. And then if you really want to go above and beyond to support the show, you can sign up for our Patreon. It is $5 a month, and you get every session a week early, so you can get next week's session right now as soon as you signed up. But at the end of the day, number one, you can support. Just cook yourself a nice meal and enjoy it. That really helps this podcast. Awesome. Well, thank you, Mikey. So much fun.
Thank you, John Michael.
All right. Thank you all for listening. We love you, and we will see you next week.
And most importantly...
Oh, yeah, and we got to remind you one more thing. There's more to life than bills. Now we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.